about a week ago, I showed my Flora have flower bud, and it just happened that almost right after my Columbiana yellow also showed flower bud. I just harvested this yellow dragon fruit not long ago. That was leftover from year 2020. It took over half year to mature. But as soon as I harvest the fruit, the flower bud show up. That was such a surprise. I think that's the best time to really compare the Columbiana yellow and the Pelora yellow. It's because the flower are spotted on almost the same time, so we can following their growing and their flowering and their fruiting to see any difference between these two yellow varieties. This is July 26th. It's about 22 days since my last time update on the yellow dragon fruit comparison. And first one, this is my Columbiana yellow. You can see they grow a little bit, not too much, but some are still quite small. And this is a little bigger, but they're still small. But if you look at the Pelora, look at that. They are probably just 1 or 2 days earlier than the Columbian yellow, but they are growing very fast, much faster. Look at that. And also they look like stronger, so even the smaller ones, they look a little bit different from the other one. Look at that. See that? See, this is a July 4th spotted, and this one spotted July 6th. See the difference? It's just 2 days. It's very interesting. I'll keep recording. My Pelora opened. Look, the flower is so beautiful. It looks, just by the shape and everything, looks very similar to Columbiana yellow. But if you look inside, see the middle of the white panel, they have a stripe of yellow tint to it, which I don't remember I see it in Columbian yellow. They look at like this one is more clearly. See the yellow center on the white petal? Every one of them have the center is yellow and then getting wider and wider towards the end. It's very unique. Look at that. I'll wait for the Columbian yellow flower open or do a comparison. Now I'm just enjoy the flower. It's so pretty. See, I already pollinated. This one, because it's a 4X, they have 4 copies of each chromosome. The normal dragon fruit have only 2 copies, so they probably don't take other pollen. They have to be self-pollinated. That's the only match for themselves to be pollinated. So, but I'm going to collect the pollen, and I'm going to try to pollinate it to some other self-sterile dragon fruit, like Eckes baby or some others, to see if they can take it or not. So do another interesting crossing experiment. So that's my experiment material. I'll be looking forward to it. I waited and waited for tonight to show you the comparison between the Pelora flowers and the Columbiana flowers. But now you know that the rain is coming, so I have to do it really quick. See the Pelora? They have very yellow center on the flower petal, so you can see the whole flower almost like a yellow, and the stem is really red. It's very red stem. So that's the flora from the the mature cutting from the store-bought flora fruit. I'm going to show you the flower from Colombian yellow. It doesn't even open much, but I have to do it very quick because the rain's coming. You can see the outside is not very red compared to the other one, but it's very, very long. See the one from here all the way to there is much longer than the flora. And also you can see inside is not as yellow as the other one. It's a little bit yellow, but you can see the flower petal. Its whole petal is white. You don't have the yellow center compared to the flora. You can see the whole petal is completely white. And oh yeah, that one you can see better. Yeah, the lighting. See, you can see the petal is completely white. You don't have the yellow center. See that? It's completely white. And you can see the flora is yellow. See the yellowish petal is very yellow inside. That's the only difference I can tell between these two flowers. The shape and everything looks similar, and but this one, the flora is definitely more colorful compared to the Colombian yellow. Although it still looks like pretty yellow inside, but if you look at the petal itself, there's no inner yellow stripe. You don't have the yellow stripe on the petal. You see the very, very white petal. So that's the only difference. It just happened tonight. Both Colombian yellow and the flora open in the same time, so we have an opportunity to do a comparison. But besides the small difference in the flower, the stem is the most distinct between these two. You can see the Colombian yellow, the stem, you have the wave between the thorn nodes. It's like a wave. It's not straight between the thorn nodes. It's very, very typical. You see that like that. But the flora is much less waving. It's like a kind of straight, and also it's yellow, but more green compared to the most yellowish green of the Colombian yellow. So that's more distinguished them. It's more easy to distinguish these two varieties. So I had to go back inside now, and let's